Ah, yes! The jam! Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. A kid our age who just showed up out of town one night with a lawyer. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? Welcome to episode 3 of the Beacon Pines Let's Play. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to, and hope that you are also looking forward to solving some mysteries. Hopefully not dying as much this time around. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight on into it to see and hear all of the mysterious things that are going on in Beacon Pines. Chapter 3.
Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring my mess of a jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered to town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag, and another for Ms. Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed? He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. He seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. Yeah, he likes you, Granny. Oh, whoa. There are some extras in the basket for the enthusiastic gentleman. Hopefully we won't get shoved into a phone box this time. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you, while the day's still young. Yes, Grandma. Aye, aye, Grandma. This is new. Calling. Hello, it's Juniper Hatford. Hotford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well. We can meet tonight. Oh. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. Good news is, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it out of the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? Okay, so we're on the course right now where Rollo had to go away and do his stuff. I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo, I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Ooh, is that a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is you speak of. It's mission control. Meet me at mission control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Hey, hey, hey. Wait, what's your step? Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
I think they're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? What's the story today, ma'am? Anger from the past, mistake not yet made. And a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Heiress Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Heiress, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes. That is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in the town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is a dangerous... If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Last Chance Diner. Oh, I haven't even been over here. It's the Batgirl! Hey, Dawn! Hey, Luca, what's up?
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Hey, Dawn, have you noticed anything weird around town lately? What sort of weird things? Stuff going on at the old Valentine building. You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest. And the other is working for Heiress Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pine's past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. Possibly. I can imagine. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli. Look at you.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Break? I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see here.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. If I could just be left alone, Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that... Does not want to. Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Okay. Up here, maybe? Where's the lady? Where's the man, I mean? Piper? Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning. Correct. And you're studying? Like they say, early bird. It's the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling life and career in later in life. I forgot, but then I remembered that's what she said. Hey, Zuriel. Hey, Luca. Could you please tell this? Okay, we've read this in another one, so I'm gonna skip through that. Okay, so he's not there. Let's go down the bottom, maybe. There you are. I have to make sure I don't give it to the bad guy.
Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Singular. Hello. Ah!
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had made some jam. I'm supposed to give it to you?
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes. The jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snuck
So
up the
inconspicuous.
jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. So weird. Are you okay, dude? Need some help. I know it probably has like a secret message or something, but geez. You gonna tell the world by accident. How do you keep the ice cream cold? Keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold? How do you keep somewhere cold? Cold. This is such like small children questions. Look, Bat. Do you want some ice cream or not? Nah, I'm good. History Museum. Whoa. Shop of Valentine, a celebration of excellence.
Beacon Pines is a great town. you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong.
Uh-oh.
An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To
Dang.
this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives
That
in
looks so
everyone
weird.
with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company.
They're like terms and conditions at the end. Valentine family is not in charge of any blah 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 blah. That was unhelpful. True. Alright. To Bad Wolf. Hello, Mr. Nuncreed. If that is your real name. Seem chipper? Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your gem? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. She knows how creepy you are, you weirdo. Talk about my grandma the way you did the other day. Weirdo. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery of the day. Oh, in that case.
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see you, Gran. I actually just rolled my eye. I actually just rolled my eyes. Weirdo. Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? Pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Yeah. Why? How old are you? 12. Oh, I'm 12. Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? Okay. What just happened? Well, let's go. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. He's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this. His favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn. Nice to meet ya. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave
They're so
Luca a quick
adorable.
nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Wow. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him, and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. I gotta ask my gran. You two don't get into too much trouble now. What about my granny? Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to the big mansion place. Oh, that's who lives there now. Oh, this is a cute little home. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by the big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grit. Great, see you there. But what about... I guess maybe he can wait. Maybe Rolo can wait in the treehouse. Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all that bad. The festival's coming up. The festival. Old man Valentine used to put on a cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's perennial harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine company and this new perennial harvest outfit.
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
The difference between this is an empty soup can. And this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Huh. Okay. Alright, let's go meet. Go meet him. Do. This way. Hello, Beck. So, who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there. And Sullivan moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in that place like that. Not really, the Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that is like the 5th time someone's mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to have to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Do. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fine. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town.
Fair.
Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
That's fine.
Dinner went by without much conversation.
So cute.
As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax
pizza,
into
yum.
the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
Aw. Just being the supportive. So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck, manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh, dear. And my mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger.
Hmm.
Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd have put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in yet, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mum was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca, this move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick.
Said
under
don't
the table.
talk about work. Ow. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their jobs to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't.
Beck slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca. What about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rollo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Unlucky coin. Wait up. I'll walk you home. But I'm not going home. I'm going to the
Surprised,
mission
Luca turned
control.
around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually, probably.
Maybe. Luca had begun to respond, but the sky answered for him, and the clouds above began to rumble, break, rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
No. His face. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold. Or Rollo. Don't be all alone. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Can I use the radio? Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in boxes. Can I help you unpack? Mind if I pick around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days. Damn.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
Yeah. It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down,
Kinda gross.
timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. True. Oh wow. Rollo and I have a radio just like this one at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mum and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding around about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having brilliant parents. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing that I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Nice pose. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a
Thanks.
moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do? When you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. Hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As quickly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rollo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Aw.
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone.
Aw.
Not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend.
Obviously.
Adding Beck to the group
You can have
helped
more than one
balance
best
things
friend.
out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse. Let's go. Oh, hello. Hey, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids the inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The documentation stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up out of town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about this random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. A wink. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all of this out? A good reporter never reveals their sources, Luca. True. They glow. They glow in the dark. I'd better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. I thought it was that way. I guess not. Telephone box. Evil telephone box. Damn, you're still reading? Whew. You really do lose track of time there, huh? Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future. Yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good then, it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work until the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Ah, wow. Rollo, are you still up there? Rolling down the window. I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. come back. Never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always
He's
meant
mad.
one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, that storm rolled in out of nowhere. And I got stuck after dinner at Beck's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made a new friend. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you butt. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your gran doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this. If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the brio, Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa's still around.
The words hung in the cold night
Dude, are you serious?
air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
Yeah.
But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. Dick move. Dang it. My radio is gone. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. What about Beck?
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Suck a ball. Rollo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend? Ugh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Aww. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. I just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. Huh. He's gonna be miserable. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. Okay.
Luca dozed off again.
What about Beck, though? Luca! I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Of course. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Can I kick that? Oh, there we go.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art.
Ooh.
Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often.
Probably a bit of everything.
Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Is it Beck or Rollo? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwell. She said she met you yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from
The
the glass.
diner?
He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luca's eyes followed his
source.
father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire.
What the?
It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
What?
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them!
Yeah.
The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They
Oh
only
my
care
goodness.
about what's right in front of them, not like us.
What?
Luca's
You're so
voice was a
creepy.
tremulous whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him.
What?
Older, worn, the sensation
Distant.
was
Oh,
oddly
okay.
familiar. As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror, the doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his
What?
face. And all it got me was this. Lucas staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him.
Dad,
Every choice
save me.
sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin.
Oh my god.
Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames in a flash of cold light. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Creepy. Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things that you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends at their best moments and accept them in their worst. Accept. Now you get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? I am a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Well, that concludes the Let's Play for today. I hope you guys are enjoying. A lot of backstory stuff, a lot of different bits and pieces happened today. We are friends with Beck. Hopefully Rollo in the next episode will accept her as well into their little group. If you are enjoying the Let's Play, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you haven't done so yet, click that subscribe button. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!